Welcome to this channel. The channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So in the past few days, I have shared these two videos in YouTube, this video and this video. And that brought up a lot of discussions between different Wing Chun friends and traditional Chinese martial art friends with me. And I have shared many things with these friends. And so today I like to share with you what I have shared with these friends. So this way, all of us know the same thing. Everybody have the same informations. Now, what I'm sharing here in this channel is not about like usual in Wing Chun community for past how many decades? 6 decades. That my lineage is better than your lineage and I'm more authentic and so forth, so forth. What I'm sharing here is technology. Wing Chun technology, a study of Wing Chun technology, and to show everybody what is this technology about and what is the situations. The issue of Wing Chun right now versus today's martial art is like a war. When you make war, you need to know your technology and other people's technology. One simply cannot living in a cave, make believe of many things. And one simply cannot making all kinds of claim. And then go around the world, challenge everybody, say, you know, talk with your hand, not talk with your mouth. Well, when you go around that, you know that when people say that, there is only verses within Wing Chun community, not outside. So I have already shared before, like the end of Qing dynasty. There's a famous saying where the people critiques the Qing official. In Mandarin, it said, 内斗内行,外斗外行. Meaning, playing politics within all your officials within China, you are expert. But when you face the Westerner, the Japanese, you are no can do. That's exactly what happened in the end of Qing dynasty. So today's Wing Chun, if you look back for past 60 years, say, it is that. And so many of my friends say, Hendrik, you know, forget about this. This is finished. Wing Chun is finished, gone, kaput, gone. Why? Almost 60 years ago, even Bruce Lee dropped it. Well, it's hopeless. So why are you still hang on? So this is that bad. And what I'm sharing here is I probably the last generations who know this information, which I'm sharing with you with all my videos and my books. People deserve to know. I know there are a lot of people who is good people, especially Westerner. They have heart to learn. They are really loyal to their teachers, their lineage, and they are really devout. Well, you don't want to screw people like that. So I'm going to share with you today, because this is technology. If you don't know this, you know it is the end of everything. You know it doesn't work. So people will argue with me saying, well, Henrik, that's your opinion. Well, let's get an objective view in the history today. You know, this is how I asked the Chat GPT, the AI everybody is asking today. So I asked AI, okay, the Chat GPT, because you like it or not, this is what marked into the history. So Chat GPT, what is Wing Chun? Wing Chun is a traditional Chinese martial art known for its practical and efficient self-defense. It emphasizes close-range fighting, and then here it said that it was developed centuries ago, and it often associated with Bruce Lee, who trained in Wing Chun before developed his own martial philosophy. Well, you can make a snapshot here and watch. And here, this is, does Bruce Lee say Wing Chun is land swimming? So ChatGPT say, yes, Bruce Lee did make the comment, likening Wing Chun to land swimming, okay? You can read the entire thing, make a snapshot. This is ChatGPT saying, not me, okay? And here, Bruce Lee believed that some traditional Chinese martial art forms and techniques could become rigid and over-stylish, similar to swimming on land, which would not be practical in real combat, okay? So here again, from ChatGPT, yes, Bruce Lee did use the term land swimming to describe Wing Chun in some of his writing and discussions. So you can take a snapshot and look at it. So, we like it or not, this is the reality, okay? So Wing Chun is presented here, and then the AI know that Wing Chun is made famous due to Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee called Wing Chun land swimming. That's why he developed his own martial art, the Jeet Kune Do. This is reality. Nobody can erase this from history. So, we like it or not, that's what cast in stone in history. And today, I like to get deep inside Wing Chun and Chinese culture, which even Bruce Lee doesn't know. Because we need to get this information out so that everybody have an idea what is going on. It is a war. Whatever it is, not proper. If it's making war, one better not to continue on. Of course, again, it is everybody's freedom to do whatever they like, all right? Now, let's look into this thing. We like it or not, today's Kung Fu, Chinese Kung Fu, including Wing Chun, having the mentality of the Chinese boxer rebellion member, okay, or the boxer. Please watch this video. So at the end of the Qing, there are Chinese boxers claim that they can practice their martial art or their qigong or their spiritual style so that they can defeat the Japanese, defeat the Westerner. And so you end up that, and also that because they practice the Qigong and so forth, their body can anti-bullets, meaning bullets cannot, their body can repel bullets. Well, the Qing dynasty, the emperors make a war with Japan, with the Western world in the same time. Well, end up what? End up the emperors have to run away. It is a complete mess. Now, so all these countries come to China, and of course the Qing dynasty lost. They have to give money. There is one country which returned a big part of the money to set up university in China, set up educations, because there are a lot of Western missionary. They are really good people. And the country who return money and use to build university in China is the United States of America. It is in the history. Okay. So at that time, many missionaries see that, hey, come on, this cannot continue on. And they try to help people, right? So like in America, the missionary talk to the presidents, and they end up that the money paid by the Qing dynasty to the US, a big part of it sent back to China to educate the Chinese. So in the world, we cannot stereotype the entire thing, who is good, who is bad. We need to know what is going on, and there are both good and bad people in different race, different national. We need to have a clear mind on that, okay? Otherwise, we will not stick with the reality. Now, so if you have this type of mentality, or go kill the Westerner, burning the church, kill the missionary, okay? So kill the businessman. And then we have this kung fu, which can against the gun and so forth, so forth. Those are cult, really tribal, really cult type of thinking. The real Chinese is not like that, okay? The real Chinese is not like that. So like today, you look at in Wing Chun, you say, well, this is who the king of Wing Chun say this, or this Mui say this, Ji Sim saying this. Are you serious? It's like a cult, like this box Arabian stuff. And that is the thing which is blind everybody. You say, today in the world, how many Wing Chuners here? Somebody says 4 million. Let's say 400,000, or just take a discount, 40,000. There are 40,000 people there. What are we doing? Blinded everybody? Become a doo-doo bird? Now, so this is the Boxer Labyrinth, okay? And this type of really patriot mentality become cold and extreme. It's in Chinese Kung Fu today. So what is the reality of the Chinese, the official, the noble class, the people who really make a difference. You see like this? So this is in the Song dynasty. Wang Anshi is an official to reform the Chinese system. This is about 1,000 years ago. So this is what he said. And English is this. One should not fear changes under the heaven. One should not blindly follow all conventions, and one should not be deterred by complaint of others. This is 1,000 years ago. Okay, so this is by Wang Anshi, who reformed. This is by General Qi Ji Guang. Okay, Qi Ji Guang is a Chinese military general in Ming Dynasty. He's best known for leading the defense in coast region against Japanese pirate activity in the 16th century. Okay, he is also known for his military book, Ji Xiao Xing Su, a book of effective military discipline which keep pace with the times. Okay, so this is what Ji Xiao Xing Su mean. Ji Xiao refer to evidence-based and effective. Xing Su refer to a book that keep pace with the time. It is based on traditional method and not restricted by traditional method. This is what translate to English today. So the real Chinese is this. The real, you talk about the wisdom of the Chinese 1,000 years of the wisdoms like the I Ching and so forth is this. It is not this. It is not all those spiritual qi and all this mumbo jumbo woo stuff. It is this. If you look at this, what is the difference within this type of thinking with, say, in the America, like in Silicon Valley today? It's no different. You can get Wang Anshi to be a CEO or CTO in the Silicon Valley today. You can do the same with General Qi Ji Guang. The same type of mentality, open, grow. It's not never is those what you see today, the king of Wing Chun, or this grandmaster, that grandmaster. Oh yeah, you just practice this and then you can get secret. You keeping practice your Xiu Lim Tao for 30 years and then you will get some days you will get this internal power. Are you serious? Look at people who practice Xiu Lim Tao for 50, 60 years today. Did they get anything? Or they still don't know what is going on? By today's standard. What I'm saying that is like, you think that I'm bad-mouthing people or put down people? No. The reason I tell you this is because people, we need to have a pathway for people to become better, not stuck into that doo-doo bird boxer rebellion type of thinking. Okay, like you make Yip Man movie, the first movie, like the Yip Man character of the movie. One guy fought 10 Japanese guy. Are you serious? The Japanese is making, the NHK is making TV series on all this kind of thing. People love the hell out of you, okay? And so we need to know what is the reality. So you can check out Wang Anshi, Qi Ji Guang. So you know what is the reality, okay? Now let's put a summarize on this Wing Chun. There are many types of Wing Chun today. Wing Chun is not a single type of Wing Chun today. We need to know this. So there are Wing Chun 1850. There are Wing Chun 1870. There are Wing Chun today. So Wing Chun 1850, it is an anti-Qing momentum-based Wing Chun. It is based in General Qi Ji Guang's military training, Shaolin Short Strike, to refine the body conditioning, and the small sections of Hu Jian White Crane techniques. That's what the Wing Chun 1850 is. And it is based on this. Because they are anti-Qing, they are liberals. They are planning, they are doing uprising to fight with the Qing. So the Wing Chun ancestor in the red boat, they are real deal, anti-Qing. That's why they have the salutations and so forth, like in the previous YouTube I have shared with you. And they lost, they fled to Japan, they fled to America, they fled to Southeast Asia. And then there is the Wing Chun 1870, which is the pro-Qing Wing Chun. So today's four set is actually belong to the pro-Qing Wing Chun. This is a hand technique based. It is not a momentum based art. So what is the component of this 1870s Wing Chun, which is today's four sets? What is the root of it? Well, it is a fragment of 1850s Wing Chun. Fragment mean in 1850, yes, it say the fist issue from heart, but it has a lot of definition we're going through in this video. And over here, like in the 1870, people still using fist issue from heart, but it's up for everybody's interpretation. Okay, so you have a fragment of 1850 Wing Chun, but it is really small part. And then the fragment of Wing Chun 1850 mixed with a Shaolin Wang Chun from the Fei Lai Qi canton. Yeah, the Shaolin Wang Chun today, as you can see. So that make the pro-Qing red boat Wing Chun 1850 for the four sets. The people over here, they are actually working for the Qing dynasties, working for the Qing government. Over here, they are against Qing government. They're uprising against it. Now, today's Wing Chun, if you look at that, it is a continuation of 1870s Wing Chun using the four sets. And then since 1950s, it's added in Taiji, it added in Hongga. And actually, it is not just in the beginning 1960s or 50s. It is actually far earlier than that. Like in the 1930s, they already have mixed up with the Taiji and Hongga and different elements and personal creativity. And of course, in the 60s, 70s, people adding Western boxing in. So this is today's Wing Chun, and today's is keeping adding in different stuff, some even adding in BJJ and so forth, so forth. So this is today's Wing Chun. So today you have this Hendrix Wing Chun, Santos Wing Chun, Lee's Wing Chun, John's Wing Chun. This is all this. And it is, you have a shadow, a small piece of 1850 Wing Chun, but it is over here, people will refer that it is like concept art. Wing Chun training and Wing Chun fighting are different things. So this is the part of Wing Chun which is, okay, this 1870 down to today's Wing Chun is the part of Wing Chun today in the ChatGPT, where it refers to land swimming. Well, Bruce Lee said it, 1969. So you cannot deny it. That is what is the reality. Okay. Now, in Chinese Kung Fu, we have to be careful. In today's Chinese Kung Fu, including Wing Chun, there are two types of Kung Fu. One is the momentum based. One is the hand technique based, or what, you know. So the momentum based is, you know, they mention general Qi Ji Guang. Because in general Qi Ji Guang writing, it really use the term momentum. For the hand technique base, you always refer to a Taoist monk or a Buddhist monk or nun. Like the Taoist Zhan San Feng from Taiji, blah, blah, blah. Well, in the real history of China, does it happen? In the military history? Never happened. So in the general Qi Ji Guang, the momentum-based type of art is always have the momentum tactic combo. At general Qi Ji Guang time, there is already 32 of them. 32 type of momentum tactic combo to against or to satisfy to face 32 type of cases in fighting, in momentum change. And the bottom line is a martial art, a fighting art is a method continues to improve, evolve, and expand. No end to it. So in the writing of Qi Ji Guang, you can see this. As for this hand technique base, you know, from Taoist, from Mui, from Jisim, from whatever, from Zhan San Feng, it always is one size fits all instead of this momentum tactic combo. Momentum tactic combo meaning if you are smaller than your opponent, you better fight different way than if your opponent is bigger than you. Okay, if your opponent is smaller than you and your opponent is bigger than you, you better fight different way. Because your physical and your momentum, everything is need to be considered. But for the one size fit all is they always talk about hand techniques. Like it doesn't matter what is your opponent. It's always tan bong fu. And then you always have a secret techniques. Like Liu Ji never get out from the door. It's only for a certain people. And then you have this people, this guy saying, oh, I'm the authentic. He's the authentic. He's the authentic. Who is the not authentic? Okay, whatever. And then it always go to philosophy, concept, qi, mind power, fa jing. Well, everybody define their stuff. And then they will talk about ancient grandmaster is the ultimate. Like Jisim is the best fighter of the universe. Or Mui is the best fighter of the universe. Or my grand teacher is the ultimate fighter of Wing Chun. And then it is forever as it is. Disregard of what? You always put your mansao out like in the Yip Man Wing Chun movie. And you say, Hendrik Santo, Wing Chun. Forever as it. And you fight the same thing. Okay, everybody the same. Those are hand technique based. Momentum based, nothing fixed. This is a play with momentum. Okay, then on other video, I have show more of this, right? So Look at today's Chinese Kung Fu. How many is talking about the Taoist, Buddhist monk and nun and whatever? It never happened. You cannot trace in the history, but nobody tell you about the Qi Guang. And you know, because when you do this kind of thing, you have this type of mentality. Okay? So now you have a momentum base, which is based on this simple, clear cut. And if you apply this to today's martial art, be it Western boxing, BJJ, judo, karate, Thai boxing, you can see this is 460 years ago, Qi Guang described what is the reality for you, which apply today. When you look at this, you know it's like in the movie. Okay? So, Wing Chun today, hand technique based, it is neutral, concessions, half step, like last time I explained. It is in this distance, very limited distance. There's no body handling, but your arm handling. And then you have the chi sao and so forth. Momentum based, 1850, you need to follow the momentum equal to mass multiplied by velocity, or today sprinting or dash out, law of physics and physiology. And without the momentum base, without be able to do that, there's no way you can KO your opponent. So you have the shoot in, you have the body footwork. You just have to manipulate your entire body go. And because there's momentum base, you have to have your body footwork, like the model of how you face your opponent with the plum flower foot / body work. And even like the distance, how you face your opponent. You have this neutral half steps, concessions half step, stealing half step, which is controlling your distance timing and accelerations. You want to play momentum, you need to know this. And you need to know the contract and extend. Contract in and extend, sprint out. So it is in the writing of 1850s Xiu Lim Tao sets. Okay. So this is a part of momentum base. Body footwork handling. This is very critical because you need to be able to contract and extend your body like a spring, compress and shoot out. And then again, as you have the momentum tactic combo, which is if it's a shorter guy, you fight one way. If it's the bigger guy, you fight a different way. So it is not everybody standing in the same positions. You have only 3 hand techniques, and you play with this, and then you play with the wooden dummy in the same distance. Nobody handling, but just your arm and so forth. Now let's talk about the chi sao or sticking hand in the momentum base 1850 and the hand technique base 1870 or today's Wing Chun. Momentum base means sticking, sensing the entire body, all joints of the body torque. And you play with force flow, the force up and down. Hand technique base, meaning you stick with your opponent forearms, you sensing him, you have the immobile elbow and structure to generate the power. So this is the momentum base. of a sticking hand. You stick at him this close. Your entire body joints move. You have practically forearm. Your leg, your left and right arm, and your body. Okay, very different than the hand technique base. You stand in this way, or you have this posture. Okay, which I've explained the previous. Okay. So 1850 and 1870 is already two different type of arts. This is reality. So this type of art, now ChatGPT call it land swimming, based on Bruce Lee's. Okay. Now, as for this, say force flow over here. See, when I say thing here, I'm not creating my stuff. This is from the Shaolin writing. This is the first time in the West we translate it. This is about how to play with the force, like this. Generating strength with human body is not complex. Pay close attention to how application and strength is generated. Strength follow where the mind and heart position arm at. The mind, body, and movement synchronize tightly. That is your sticking hand. How you play force flow. And we talk about contract and extend. Contract is the normal physical state. Extend only when it is needed. Extend less, contract more often to handle movement effectively. Extend will cause difficulties in making change once you extend it out. Thus, it's better to stay on guard in the vicinity of heart position. That's why you keep it hard. Okay? Your fist issue from heart. You're always using your heart to the heart positions to target others. Okay? So as I mentioned over here, today everybody know fist issue from heart, but it doesn't know what it is. Over here, you have the definition here. And these definitions, I just write you, just take a snapshot. It is in my book, but just take a snapshot, you can read it. So on this heart, fist issue and heart involve this contract extend. Right? Contract and extend. Also, it involves concessions without concessions. You can read it here. So as he said that the heart position always face the opponent while dodging and turning. Dodge to avoid the very strong incoming attack. Soar and shift to attack the opponent's opening. It never goes straight line straight at the opponent. That's why over here, this is the exact writing of the Shaolin teaching. It says just what is here. It never tell you to go stick at other people's hand, man sao. It never. It is contracting. Your body is in the contract situations, like a spring. You already pump it up. You're ready to shoot out. Right away, you look at his opening when he attack you. You go into you attack into his the rival's opening. No chi. Not try to sense other people in the high speed. So that is the teaching of General Qi Ji Guang. No touching, no blocking, no pairing. Just one shot, KO him. Like today's Kyokushin say, Ichigaki. I mean, nobody have time to play those kind of things. It's not a movie, okay? So there is a reality. And once you get in, well, sometimes life is not as clear cut. Once you get in, you get close to these situations, okay? And there's your sticking come in to play. Your force flow come into play. Your entire body need to talk. It is not standing here. If you're standing here, people just go to your opening and shoot you. Nobody want. I mean, why do you expect that people go play with your hand? So this is the reality, okay? Based on the ancient. Now, when you talk about this Qi Sao today, people usually talk about this type of power. Well, this is good in demonstrations. This is nothing wrong with it. It shows that you'll be able to hold your body really strongly at a static situations. The issue is, in the real world, people play this with you. The Wing Chun 1850, the Shaolin short strike, the Qi Ji Guang played with this with you. Dodge to avoid the very strong incoming attack. Saw and sieve to attack the component opening. And spinning to attack while using hard position to track the target. The hard position always face the opponent with the dodging and turning. 拳從三法. Fish issue from hard, that's what it is. So this type of stuff, you see the body. The body is the neutral and backward. It is not what the lean in. The lean in of the Shaolin or the 1850, the lean in and extend. Well, if you play with momentum, you always have to be lean in and extend. Just look at this. Today's Kyokushin. You see, they practice with this. This is Kyokushin. The body is lean in and shoot in. Well, so Kyokushin and a lot of different martial arts like Western boxing, they always have this kind of training. Well, 2 years ago, I already showed you on this. The Red Bull training band. It is training for this. please watch my other video, which is I share more on this one. Okay, watch this video if you have not watched it yet. This video. So, momentum. 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 This is Wing Chun. This is not something else, okay? So it has the multi-directional strength handling. It is recycling of momentum. So we need to know Wing Chun is not copycat. Wing Chun have this much of thing inside there. Why is the recording in my book Recycling Wing Chun? With this type of training, recycling momentum, multi-directional strength, with all this new digital gadget now, only that way you can par with your opponent if you have this kind of training. Sorry to say, this type of stuff, you cannot take it because that thing come in. People shoot in. And if it doesn't get it, right away it recycle momentum in. This is a good demonstrations to show that you have a certain handling of your body, but in the real fight, you cannot do anything about it. Not to mention that you see the body is leaning backward already. So as in this YouTube, I already shared with you. You don't want to get into this. You don't want to get into this or this. You want to go here for attack. Okay. Now, if we keeping doing these demonstrations, we don't have this type of training. We don't have this type of training. We cannot handle the multi-directional strength. We don't have the recycling momentum. Then we end up get Wing Chun end up to get critics by like Xi Xiaodong. You see this? This is Wing Chun punch according to Xi Xiaodong. What people see you? You stood there, you don't have the momentum to shoot in. People can analyze you. I feel bad when I watch this video. But what can I say? When your rival describe a reality of you, you simply have to accept it, saying that I'm going to change. Okay. So that's why, like in the restricting Wing Chun, why is the name called restricting Wing Chun? All this momentum stuff is putting inside there. All this stuff, restricting Wing Chun, restricting Wing Chun, restricting Wing Chun, restricting Wing Chun. So somebody have to see the reality. You cannot continue on your mind power, your structure power. It doesn't work in the world. 460 years ago, it doesn't work today. Especially right now, you see many people train like this. In today's world, it is very clear that we can compare the momentum-based versus hand technique-based art. We like it or not, this is already a reality. Momentum-based versus hand techniques. Beginner is not up to the level of the beginner of momentum-based. Intermediate here is the beginner base. So this guy can train 3 months. This guy can train, say, 10 years. It's here. Advanced, this guy can train 20 years, and this guy can train, say, 2-3 years, like this. This advanced is much more advanced than your the hand technique base. This is a reality in front of everybody's eyes. So if you're keeping training the hand technique base, you know you are not par with the momentum base. Namely, today's MMA player, you cannot play if you go the hand technique base. Now, many will question me, well, can you show something? Sure. Otherwise they say, well, Henry, you just talk with your mouth. Why don't you show it talk with your fist? Well, I don't have to talk with my fist. I show you what is right in front of the entire world. If you don't see it, now you got a problem. This is in entire world. This Ding Hao, this is the Xu Xiaodong. Xu Xiaodong is intermediate and advanced MMA standard player. Ding Hao is intermediate to advanced, the Wing Chun guy. You look at all his video there, fighting the Chinese Kung Fu guy and so forth. So, we like it or not, this is the way how Wing Chuners as a norm fight. Okay, Ding Hao represent that. While Xu Xiaodong represent a momentum base with the momentum based combo, momentum tactic combo type of a training fight. So let's look at it. So this is, if you are Wing Chun, it's like this. You expect this. This is a long distance. Okay? This is a long fist distance. Notice that Ding Hao is using his usual Wing Chun techniques, and Xu Xiaodong is using a long distance techniques, or long distance, or the momentum tactic combo. So it KO him from a long distance. Same thing over here, Xu Xiaodong versus Ding Hao. Ding Hao is using the same one size fit all. Now Xu Xiaodong using the close body fight, the momentum tactic combo for close body. So in the momentum base, you can fight him close. You can fight him far away. For one size fit all, you just have one size. Your hand technique, the same thing. While the combo, the combo way, the momentum based way, fought in a different way, and it come with the different angles. Look at how the angle is come in. Look at how the angle is come in. Isn't it? I've been there for past 4 years in front of everybody's eyes. If you don't see it, you got a problem. You don't know what you are facing. So again, it's like back to the boxer, rebellion guy, the boxers of the Qing dynasty. Everybody doing the same thing versus the Western army, the Japanese army, where they have their guns and their rifles. You have spear here and your kung fu. You don't even know how the angle people are going to fight you close, fight you far. So again, it support the Chat GPT, it support Bruce Lee. From here. Just take a snapshot and read it. The verdict of Wing Chun is there 50 years ago, 1969. With this type of techniques and training, no way you can face him. No way you can face him. Even in karate, 1975, the black is the Wing Chun guy, one size fit all. KO, come with an angle. Concess without concessions. A few days ago, (1975) until today, almost 50 years later, you're still doing the same thing as what happened in 1975. While karate, Kyokushin have evolved, BJJ have evolved, Western boxing have evolved. That's why many friends say, Hendrik, let it go. Even Bruce Lee, he put his words and then he go. Because it's beyond help. If you don't want to change your mentality, and if you're keeping thinking that what you do is Chinese way, sorry, I just share with you. No, there's not Chinese way. There's a boxer librarian code way. Chinese don't do that. If you're keeping talking about your grandmaster, this and that, well, General Qi Shi Guang didn't say that, right? Now I want to caution you. This style of training, this style of training, this style of training, this style of training, it belongs to the martial art level of training. You need to have the recovery training, the fitness training to get here. Otherwise, you're going to cause overtraining, Bruce Lee, tear and wear. damaging your body. That's the reality. Everything has a price to pay. When you get to the martial art training, it really can harm your body, your health. 1850, you have already have this 3 types of training. That's why I wrote in the Decoding Wing Chun book. So why am I going to sort it out for this body conditioning, the recovery training, the fitness training, the martial art strengthening training stuff? Because at my time, 1970, when I was in Kyokushin, many of friends, classmates have hernia. Train really hard, have hernia. And then I practiced Kung Fu and so forth. Many of my sifu get sick, heart problem, kidney problem, joint problem, and many die pretty young. Well, I consider myself to be from a family which is well-to-do, so I'd be able to go learning from different people. But what I experienced scared me. Oh, so not every sifu know everything. I have an uncle, actually in my mom's side, my mom's side, my mom's brothers and their son and so forth, person, they are all Western doctor family. So one time, my uncle, who is a doctor, told me, so Hendrik, you know, when we talk about this martial, he said, Hendrik, you know, in the reality, a lot of, he have see through a lot of this so-called martial artists, and a lot of them have internal problem. They just hold on to it to be tough. At that time, I was 17, 18, it scared the hell out of me. Seriously. And I even heard that one of the monk teacher who trained Shaolin is puking blood. He puked blood. So my grand student asked him to no longer train martial arts due to his puking blood. So that's why I decide to study the entire thing of 1850 Wing Chun. You need to go through this, okay? Don't mess around with your health. Do I pay my price? Sure. If I know this, what I share with you in that book, Decoding Wing Chun, say 30 years ago, it will cut down a lot of damage in my body. So this is what I like to share with you. This is the reality. And if you know the song, My Way from Sinatra, so I state my case, which I'm certain. It is a technology. We cannot playing do-do-but anymore. Of course, this is a free world. Everybody can do what they're doing. But for those who serious, who teaching your student, do not go through what it is. We know it is never work. It is violating the human physiology, violating physics. So this is what I'd like to share with you today. And Many of you guys might not like me saying this, but I'm saying it for the common, normal people. In my mind right now, whether Wing Chun can survive or not is beyond me. However, there are young people here, there are older people here, there are middle-aged people here. If I can provide an information for you to keep your health or make your health better, that's good enough. Because what matters is at the end of the day, you have to live like a normal person. And the guy who is poor is because they don't have the help to do the job. Most of us are hardworking people to make a living. So don't damage your body. I don't have a choice. I was born as a diabetic type 1. That's why I'm really sensitive in all this thing and I'm checking all this thing out. If you have a choice, your health is better than me or the same with me, you need to know how to take care of yourself. Martial arts is good, but you need to know how to live properly before that, or else that defy the entire purpose of Shaolin martial arts, of the Chinese martial art, which the bottom line is strengthen your body before self-defense. If you don't have a strong body, a healthy body, there's nothing you can do. Even army, you don't want to obsolete your army. You want to keep your army healthy.